Welcome back to video 3. In this video we're going to cover the grid and the information that you get back whenever you perform a search with FB Lead Finder. We're also going to go over how to manipulate and filter your leads so you get them exactly the way that you want. And then finally we're going to cover sorting, importing, and exporting your leads. Let's go ahead and take a look at the information that we get back whenever we perform a search with FB Lead Finder. Here we have the business name, address, city, state, zip or postal code. Here we have if they have an app on their page, as well as the number of likes that they have on their fan page. This next column we can see if the page is an unclaimed fan page or if it's a claimed fan page. You'll notice that if it's blank, if there's nothing in this column, then it is a claimed fan page. We also have the contact name and the phone number. We're going to scroll over here just a little bit. And then you'll notice that we have the email address, the website, if they have an individual or their personal website or company website, as well as their Facebook link. Now we also have additional fields in FB Lead Finder that we're going to cover in more detail in a separate video. But those fields include our disposition information. So whenever you make a call, we have a special contact area where you're able to make a call, and then based on how that call went, you're able to disposition that call to say maybe it was a skipped call. Did you get an answer machine? Was it a sale? Did you set an appointment? Did you receive a call back? Well, this is where that information goes. We also record how long the call lasted and when you made the call. You're also able to take notes on each individual lead, and you can use that for follow-up purposes or just your own personal notes. Let's go back over here to the beginning of the grid, and I want to show you how to manipulate or use our grid controls to filter your data. You'll notice here we have this number 1. Well, whenever we click on a column header, you'll notice that number changes. That lets us know what column we are in control of. So let me show you how to use our grid controls. They're super simple and easy to use, and they're independent based on the column that you want to work with. Let's first start with the address field. Let's say that we wanted to get rid of every listing that had a blank address. What we would do is do a simple left click, which is your standard mouse click. So we do a left click and then a right click. And you'll notice that brings up our grid controls. So now we want to remove all blank lines. So it's extremely fast whenever we want to use our grid controls to manipulate the data. Not every column has the same grid controls. Let's move over here to likes. We're going to left click and then right click. And you'll notice that we have different options. We can remove all blanks, but we also have greater than or less than controls. So let's go ahead and use our greater than. Let's remove every lead that has likes greater than 300. We'll just put a 300 and click OK. Let's do that again, except this time let's use the less than control. So let's go ahead, left click and then right click. We'll go to remove likes and remove all likes that have less than 100, or all leads that have less than 100 likes. And just like that, we have the leads that we're looking to contact. So our grid's already starting to shape up a little bit. Now we can continue to do that with all the fields. We just simply, whatever field we're wanting to work on, we just simply click and then right click. So let's go ahead and do that again. We'll remove all leads that don't have a contact name. Now we have all these leads that have a contact name. So let's go ahead and take a look at our leads. They're starting to shape up a little bit exactly the way we want. These right here are the primo leads. But let's go ahead and take a look at our dedupe feature. So we'll go to business name and then click on dedupe. You'll notice that we had a green scroll bar or progress bar that went across the top here. If you do a dedupe and you have a lot of leads in your grid, you're going to need to give that a few minutes, or it might be a few seconds, it could be a few minutes for it to complete. It is working in the background and it's doing a lot of additional work if you have a lot of leads in your grid to dedupe all that information. So if you notice you have this green bar and it doesn't seem or appear to be moving, give it a few moments or a few minutes to complete based on how many leads you might have. That's how you use the grid controls. You just simply left click on any column that you're looking to work with and then right click. If you would like to sort any of these columns, you'll notice that we have this plus, this green plus. Go ahead and click that and it now becomes a minus. If you're at the minus, you'll notice it says column set to sort. Any column header that you click on can now be sorted. But you do receive this at first, this little pop-up that just gives you a notice that anytime that you sort the grid, if you want to continue searching, you will need to start over. So we're just going to click yes, and you'll only receive that the first time that you sort. So now we can go ahead and sort any of these fields. Alphabetical order, number of likes. So it's that easy to go ahead and sort the grid. And if we want to get back to our grid controls, we just go ahead, hit on the minus, that becomes the plus again, and now we're back to our grid controls. So it's that easy to work with all the leads in your grid. Now, let's go over how to export or import the leads back into FB Lead Finder. If you go over here to the number column, if we click on that and then right click, the same way we use all the grid controls, you'll notice that we have an export and import feature. Let's go ahead and export our leads. We'll just click export. And you'll notice that we have another pop-up that gives us two options. We can go ahead and export the leads and completely clear out our grid, meaning we're going to export and then we're done working with our leads for now. Or we can export our leads but still leave the leads in the grid so we can continue to work with them farther. Let's go ahead and we'll clear out our grid. Let's give it a name. Let's name that leads 3 and click save. Now you'll notice we exported our leads and we have cleared our grid. Let's go ahead and import the leads back into FB Lead Finder. We'll just simply click, then right click, and this time we'll click on import. And whenever you're importing FB Lead Finder leads back into FB Lead Finder, you're going to want to click on regular import. Find the leads that you exported, and just like that, we have the leads back into FB Lead Finder. This right here is how you work with the leads that you have in your grid, how you sort, export, manipulate, and filter your data. In just a few moments, we're going to be coming back here with video 4. If you have any questions, please let me know. Take care.